All
buddy.
right.
Hey, buddy, what you doing?
'Cause I'm hanging out. It's
Wow.
very rainy here today, so
Oh,
he's been in.
oh. Okay. So, what is going on with Forrest?
He's been pretty good. Just trying to move forward with boundaries with him.
Okay.
Talked about how that would probably be difficult, and I definitely feel like it's better. Um, but it's definitely still a thing. Also,
Okay.
he had a scheduled checkup with the vet. I'm going to get my little tripod thingy.
Okay.
Um, ugh, to check him out after he had had his lumbars and his SI injected. And so essentially, he's still just not quite right. He's a little off in the right front. And his hind end has improved a fair amount, which was good to see. He had such a hard time with his first visit before the injections. He couldn't even hold his legs up long enough to do flexion tests.
Wow.
But so this time he felt better enough that he could at least do that.
Okay.
And that gave us some more information. His right hip was pretty obviously positive. He trotted off with some lameness after that question. And his right knee, which we already knew he probably has some arthritis in that. He just has some limited range of motion. So we opted to go ahead and inject his right knee and leave the hip alone for now because he has had such good improvement with the hind end. We were kind of like maybe some of that'll shake out.
Yeah. Okay.
But the other thing we talked about a fair amount too was hormone levels. We
Okay.
we sent a hormone panel off on him, which we talked about at the gathering. That everybody's comments about how handsome he is and throwing all the girls into heat. Um, so I don't have those results back yet, but she did find that really interesting too. She had fascinating veterinary perspective on how that might even contribute to some of the weird vague lameness we see. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Cool. Well, not cool, but um, interesting.
Yeah, I agree. And then we also did like a an exercise induced muscle enzymes with him because she is concerned about a muscle disorder with him. For the same reasons, just kind of the vague intermittent traveling lameness and seeming stiff, most specifically through his hind end.
Okay.
So we'll see with all that. That's all the physical stuff. Um, I have noticed he's gotten a little more bossy at feeding time, or impatient, maybe is a better word. That's always been a little bit of a thing for him, only when he is in a stall. But that's been a good place to practice boundaries
Okay.
because he wants to pin his ears and press himself up against the stall door. And when you open the door, he kind of wants to come out and be right in your face or shove his head in the bucket.
Okay.
So it's worked really well to kind of just, no emotion, use the back of my hand, like
Yeah.
you showed us at the gathering. That's been a big takeaway for me. So he's better with that, but I can tell he's still not very happy about it, you
Yeah.
know?
Um, yeah, whenever you get boundaries and you haven't had any, you don't like it. There's a rebellious
Yeah.
period of time where it's like, how dare I have boundaries?
Yes.
Why are you way over there? What's going on? You don't want to talk about all this stuff?
It's hard, isn't it, buddy?
It is. We're not blaming you.
No, nobody's mad. That's what I keep, something I find myself saying a lot with the boundaries. And it's probably for myself as much as it is for him, but I'll just kind of, I'm not upset, buddy. I'm not. This is fine. This is just what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I do think he worries about retaliation, just knowing how some of his other handling has been.
I would imagine and that the fact that there isn't retaliation can be unsettling in itself. Because,
Yes.
it's like, well, you're not doing what you're supposed to do in this moment. Oops, he's just saying, okay, does that bug you over there? Okay, you can let go. You can let that go when you're ready. Okay, yeah. There you go, bud.
Don't see nobody. Just trying to help, buddy.
Yeah, you're okay.
She's in there.
Hi, I'm here. You remember?
Oh yeah, you got the lunge whip that we never
Oh. He's like, beat me,
Tell
beat
me
me.
something about that.
You're supposed to beat me when I'm bad.
Oh, no, we don't do that, buddy.
No, it's
It is kind of funny because before the vet, I had to have a discussion with him because he hates being lunged. I can't see myself on here now, but I had to have a discussion with him beforehand of like, okay, I'm really sorry, buddy, but we're gonna have to do the lunging thing. The vet has to see you moving. I can't just run alongside you all the time. She can't see you well like that. So, and he did pretty well with it. He completely dissociates.
Oh
He gets
wow.
very super duper slow, looks to the outside, and you have to do a lot to get him moving. And
Okay.
then sometimes he's kind of upset about that. So I
Okay.
know.
Yeah. We we can work on that. We can work on that sometimes too. So, what would you like to kind of focus on today? The boundary stuff again, or more?
Yeah, I think maybe that would be good. I did want to, I wanted to know a little bit more about what your conversation with him was looking like in and it's totally fine if you don't remember. You've slept since then, I hope. But his second day at the gathering, when it was very clear that he wanted to hear that nurturing story.
Yes,
And like I mean I could feel it from him too. He was like, you promised.
I
You
know.
promised.
I know, dude. And we can do that today. It just wasn't the right place because there were people that couldn't do it. That's why we
But
had to
man, he let
stop.
okay. I didn't know because
Yeah.
you were appropriately quiet so that we wouldn't be triggering humans. So I didn't know what your conversation with him looked like during that because boy did he let off a lot of stuff then.
Yeah. And I think even though I told people we weren't doing it, I was still doing it.
Yeah, that's what you kind of told me.
There's where it's like when we're in that clinic setting, it's so hard sometimes to get to what needs to be done and knowing that there were going to be at least two or three people that were going to have a meltdown in that one.
Yes.
Like, okay, if I don't tell them, if they won't get triggered by it, we'll just kind of keep it to ourselves a little bit. And as far as what I said to him in that moment, I don't know that I remember, but we can go back and we'll go do that again. Does that sound like a plan? Okay. So,
Yeah.
okay. All right. As we're doing this, I'm gonna, I think I told you I was gonna do some studies with the brain waves and, these different energies and all that.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna tell him about this horse. And I've done it twice, and what was really interesting, I did one this morning, and yeah, there you go. I went to an energy of serenity rather than, oh, look at him going down. He's like,
He loved the serenity. That's where we landed.
okay. we're gonna go to Serenity. This morning, the horse was going down. I mean, sure, legs were buckling. When I did a preliminary Zoom with the vet that worked with me on the breath course, she had a heart rate variability monitor on the horse. I'm going to tell him this story here as he's listening. Yeah. And so, oh, it's almost the same as his. I just got some heart stuff coming off, so he's letting go of something around that. Okay.
Oh, yep, they feel that.
Oh, good boy. You can let that go. What was very fascinating is her horse was starting out at a heart rate variability of 70, pretty much staying at 70, which they're saying horses in a relaxed are 40 to 70. So he was at the high end of the heart rate variability of relaxation. Okay. I went to Serenity and no more than got those words out of my mouth when he spiked to 100.
Mm.
And it was like, whoa, there's something here. There he goes now. He's looking for some.
I've got that weird tingly chilly between my shoulder blades and like up my neck right now.
Okay. Mine's going down my right arm a little bit. So if it comes down, does he want to be part of the study if we need a horse to do some things? Do we want to add him? Would he want to do that? You're looking for your pieces now, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it came out of that Serenity a little bit, popped me out. So he's like, let me go look at this. So, okay, interesting. All right. So do you want to do this story in Serenity and not in Nurturing? Let's see what he thinks. You want to do it in Serenity? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds good. We'll hold the Serenity then. Okay. And
He seemed unsure, but I
it's
think
like,
he
I
agreed.
don't know. Let's see. We can try them both and see which one you like. Okay. I'm feeling like he's letting go something. It's like really on my left, no, my right side of my chest right now. Ooh, and I can't breathe. Oh, my. Sorry. Whoa.
No, that's okay.
I'm
He's
getting some water here.
yawning. Those are whips over there. They're all dusty because I haven't used anything like that in a very long time.
He's just checking out.
But he just went over fighting them.
That's so funny. Okay. All right, Forrest.
Oh yes, your ball.
Oh, you are too cute. All right, so much stuff. Searching for, I get that, you know what I was going to say, it's missing pieces. No, it's new pieces. He's trying to find new pieces. New pieces. Oh, I haven't come across that one yet. Wow.
New pieces.
New piece.
Huh.
New ways of thinking about things, new ways of doing things. Wow. Thank you for that one. I always think I'm like, oh, I've gotten all this stuff. It's like, oh, then they throw me for another loop. New pieces. Okay. So that would make sense. You need, as you let go of old pieces, you may need new ones to replace those. Okay. Oh no, I'm going to have to add a fourth question to my 3. Oh no. Okay. What new pieces do you want to find? Why don't you do this at this place for new pieces? Why don't you do some visualization of showing him what doing things together would look like without the old whips and the spur, whatever those things, like how it would look to
Okay.
be in harmony and just reading each other's minds, and that would be a new
I
piece.
think he likes that.
Okay. Yeah. This is the new age of horsemanship.
Oh, it makes me want to cry.
Oh, how it looks. Okay, which means you have to let go of the old ways, of the whips. They're all dusty. Okay. And then new ways. Okay, you go find new ways.
I would say I use visualization similar to what you described a fair amount because he
Uh-huh.
seems like he likes it, but
Uh-huh.
he does not know what to do with it.
Right. And that's where the searching for the new pieces, how do they work into what he's I can't really verbalize this one. It's like when like my animal communication is a little different, I think, than a lot of people. It's like they talk to me in like pictures or ideas, not words. So
Yeah.
sometimes there's a translate, as I'm trying to translate into something that makes sense, but sometimes there's ways that the horse looks at the world that are different than how people do. So I have to do that kind of translation from what they're trying to say and the way they look at the world versus, okay, how could I make a person understand that? And even when I'm having trouble with words to put on it. So bear with me here for a moment here. Okay. And you know how sometimes when you can't know the possibilities of something if you've never experienced them really, that you don't have enough experience.
Does it feel unsafe? Not knowing not knowing does that feel unsafe or like scary?
It doesn't really, when I'm checking with him, it doesn't feel scary. It just feels like unknown, like confusion more. I would say confusion more than scary.
Okay.
Would that, yeah.
That's okay,
That's all right, mister. And
dude.
sometimes in our confusion, we get frustrated or and somehow this is something about him moving forward too. This is something about some of these things showing up is like kind of an excuse for, I don't know what it looks like. I can't um, comprehend it. So therefore, oh, okay, so there we go. You got it. We're all going in this new place, Forrest. And I don't think there's a pathway yet for all of the horse people looking for that change in the relationship and paradigm for training.
Yeah,
It's and in saying that, I'm not even sure there's one way forward.
I agree.
Um, this is good. So you can search for that, but then within the collective exists all possibilities that have been or will be. So if he's looking for those, maybe you can help us, show us the way through that. Okay,
Oh,
got it. Okay,
sorry, you startled me.
I
Not
know.
upset. You just startled me.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got some stuff coming out
Oh,
now.
yeah. Okay. So sometimes that trying to nip you or coming over is like, I feel some things. I don't know what to do with.
Yeah,
Okay, you can
that's
do it.
typical.
Do you need to
You got this.
stretch that knee or the shoulder?
Shoulder.
There you go. Good boy. Good boy taking care of that.
It was very smart of you.
It was. It was really nice. Okay.
Yeah, this is confusion frustration behavior for him. And
Uh-huh.
it's hilarious. He's
Yeah.
very funny. and very playful and loves to play.
Okay. Yeah, they would, you could still use the mounting block. Somebody could get on with the mounting block. That's a given. That would still be the old way.
Well, it's fly spray.
Oh,
You're like a puppy dog. Oh, okay.
I know.
Wow, I've never done that before.
What was that?
He really kind of threatened.
Oh,
He really kind of threatened to bite, like in an angry way. It's okay. I'm not upset. I just wanted to get this out of the way for you.
he's having emotions. All of this stuff that we're bringing up is
Yeah. This
is
feels like anger to me.
yeah. Well,
It's okay to be angry.
yeah, you can be angry about the past way of things happening.
Well, and it's funny too. We worked on mounting a little bit the other day, and that was odd.
Huh. In what way was it?
He went to sleep.
Really?
I got him up and he stood at the mounting block and just wanted to go to sleep.
Oh,
And so, and he does that in a fair amount of other situations. Yeah, you're letting a lot of go there. Is it
yeah.
easier to just dissociate? I
Well,
don't writing to look like it used to.
yeah. Yeah. And you can be saying all the things you need to say about the old way. And it's okay, as long as you don't say it on my body.
Yeah.
On your body or on the camera. There you go. You can take it out on the mounting block or whatever you need to do. Okay.
Whatever happens.
All right. Yeah, because this is some confusion coming up here. I'm gonna think of ways we can explain it to him to move forward from this.
I almost think I might have I don't like that verbiage, but yes, you trying to tell me something? Okay.
Whoops. Oh no. Okay, you're forget about time.
Yeah, I'm not
Or
worried, buddy.
temperature.
Fine. Gosh, it's all right. You're just destroying things. Boy, that seemed really kind of in your face about time, didn't it?
No, that was kind of a statement. Yes, it was. So that's
Oh.
part of this new thing is that it can't be time related. Is that what probably was a lot of the old way was got to get this done. Here's our time.
I know. I've hated that about his rehab needs, you know, because there are things that he needs to do to feel
Yeah.
better, and they're not things that he likes. He doesn't like to be lunged. So we worked really hard to figure out ways to make those exercises better for him. I really tried to do that. So
Okay.
I worry about that degrading our relationship a little bit.
Okay. So don't worry because he'll know. I mean, there's something that they know, and if we project any of our worries on it, then it's like it validates that. So there's just some things you have to do and you do them. And
Yeah.
as much as you can, you stay in the thing like, thinking of it in the positive. Well, this will be so good when your body's gonna feel so much better.
Oh, yes.
Like it's gonna
Lots
be so
of day.
awesome. Yeah,
Very hard.
exactly. Oh. All right, there goes. Okay, see, time is missing now. Or was that your message? I have missing time. Huh, that's something that happens in dissociative disorders. Huh,
Hmm.
hmm, hmm. Why did that just come in my mind? Let me stew on that one for a second.
Yeah, dissociation's definitely a big thing for him.
Does
Thanks
he
for
have
taking.
You got it. Does he have alternate personalities? Or just his one?
Not really. I mean, a little bit of that anger type stuff comes up with feeding time, but that's really the only time. And it's not like Sherwin was. Sherwin had
Yeah.
alternate personalities. I don't
Uh-huh.
think he has that.
Okay,
I think he just goes away.
yeah, okay, that's good. Okay, so you got it.
Good job, buddy.
See if he will
You can work
go
on that.
away. And let's just breathe slow and deep and see if he'll go down and stay down.
The staying down is always the question with him.
Yeah. So if you can go now, we'll go to Serenity.
Okay. Bottom of the breath. Oof.
There we go. Mm, okay. That was some big stuff.
Good job, buddy.
Okay, so one of the other things to look at is because of everything that's happened with him and is still going on physically, is not to look at him as compromised in any way. Like, no, like if you can stay out of the idea that there's something wrong with him that needs to be fixed. That, because it seems like there's a bit of an energy that's around him that's about keeping him in this kind of a compromised physical place. So if you can just see him as
Like,
whole.
that's something that I need to work on, not projecting to him.
Right, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
That,
see you really want to nibble something. Let me find you something
yeah.
more appropriate. Can you nibble this?
'Cause that's going to taste icky when you break open on
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
can nibble
got it.
that. That's fine.
You got it, buddy.
You can do that.
You go. You got
Your thing that's metal.
it.
I don't know why he's so interested in there. You're actually not a huge fan of fly spray.
Yeah.
I don't think it's about the fly spray. He just wants something to do.
There we go. Yeah, he's just looking for a
Not
medium
ready.
or a catalyst for letting go of something bigger.
Yes,
You
that's what
can
it
do
feels
it. There
like,
you go. There you go.
buddy.
All right.
You're not broken. You're perfect whole.
Yeah. I think that's, it's almost like that typecasting. It's like there was something that's kind of been following him about whether he's behaviorally or mentally, emotionally damaged.
I would say that about, where he's been before here.
Right.
There's been all this focus on trying to figure him out because he's so well bred and you
Mhm.
know he's so capable, and I don't even
Right.
care about that.
Right.
I
So
don't.
we need to, how about we have an exorcism of all of that energy? Those are things that you could let go of.
Oh, that brought feelings up. I'm a little. Can I go put this down for us? This is
Yes.
kind of sharp.
Come on. You can let her put it down. There we go.
I'm gonna put this down. Thank you. Take all the things you've knocked off the walls and deposit them elsewhere.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, there we go. Okay, we're gonna get away from the wall too. Okay, you don't have to. I'm just going to. Right there. That's a good spot.
All right, so I'm feeling hot and flushed in my face, so there is anger coming up here.
Yes.
All right, so this is good that it's letting go. Okay. I'm just gonna kind of just sit with them in this conversation. He's like, "Ooh, you are getting hot. All right, you can let that go when you're ready." I know. And there is a lot
You can-
around this thing of expectations and inability to meet him, but really I think that some of it was he didn't want to. There we go, got some gas. So,
What have you found?
oh God. Uh, It's okay. Let go of that. Like being typecast feels really, I keep bringing that word up, like that whole role that he's been playing of, look at this magnificent horse and, you know, there's things that are are preventing him from getting his potential that, you know, so it's like this, he said like a curse on him. Okay.
Oh, buddy, you are not cursed.
No, we're gonna like let you release those people that said those things. It was just because you weren't supposed to be with those people. Okay. You were supposed to come to a different place so you could teach us about horses.
You can give those pieces back, but
Yeah, and just give them back to those people.
he's kind of hiding behind that wall there.
Yes. And it feels like in that hiding, he hid his potential from these people because he thought they would capitalize on it. That
I
was it.
feel some shame, like he's like has some shame.
Yeah.
You don't need to have that, buddy.
Yeah, you can let that go when you're ready. Hmm.
Yes, that's an appropriate plaything. That's fine.
Yes.
Safe. I do get some anger from him occasionally as I think about it. Just fleeting, like what just happened when his plaything has to be removed, because he's one of
Mhm.
those just find whatever and find a way to destroy it. And he doesn't like that. It's like, why won't you let me play?
Yeah.
And I think maybe some of that was missing. Did you miss some of that?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry. We can play. That's really all I want to do.
Yeah. Interesting.
Tear
Okay.
my barn apart.
All right. He's got a lot of stuff that's coming up and through. That's good. Okay. Yeah.
See
I
that.
see it.
You can
I
let
see
that
it.
go.
All right.
You can let that go when you're ready.
Okay. I asked him if he wanted to do the nurturing thing again. Here he comes. Okay. You want to go back and do that now? Like start over?
Oh, you can. You can. Okay. He wants to bite the tripod here.
Uh-oh.
I would like to be safe.
Yes. If you need to get
He
outside
tried to
the
try.
arena, you can. Um,
Yeah, I might do that
I think
just
so,
because
because
he's
it's
got
my,
more coming up.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Okay, sweetie.
yeah.
We'll just be on the other side of this so we can be safe. Nobody's abandoning you. I know. Right here. That's it.
Okay, there you go. Right here. Okay. All right, I'm gonna,
Not that I don't want you to play. I want you to be safe. That's all.
okay, I know. You got it. I know there's a lot of stuff gonna come up because he's so fidgety right now. So it's like
Yeah.
it's on the precipice of a big breakthrough, I think, on this. Okay. All right, buddy. I'm gonna have us both go to nurturing energy here. There you go. Ooh, you got it.
Just gonna knock off my sign.
This is really uncomfortable.
I hope
This
you
is
get-
exactly why I didn't do it at the clinic, because if people were losing their mind the way he is, see how this nurture, I'm very, very careful with the nurturing energy because of how powerful
Oh, yeah.
it is. And I doubt I'll ever bring it up at a clinic setting again ever. Just because it's effect on people. Okay. All right, buddy.
Oh, my ears are ringing.
Oh, okay. You got it. Okay. So I got unrealistic expectations when I'm like at the place before he's even born here, like still in utero. And it's like there was a lot of buzz around what he was gonna be or what, but also a lot of ego around it in the people's place. That ego thing can be tough, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah, it can be tough when you're around that. Because yeah, okay. He said he was little and he didn't know what to do with that. It felt really like a lot of pressure. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna go
That was
back
hard.
and redo a different people for you. So it can be Jess here that is your human mom waiting for you with just, okay, so I'm gonna kind of switch up that energy that was there on him, on his mother and him before he was, oh, now he's hiding, okay, before he was born, okay, until more of like a enthusiastic and welcoming and like joyful and no
Oh, he likes
expectations. Yeah, that's what it felt like.
welcome.
So everybody's waiting for you to come. And I'm showing him what I used to do with my horses when they were pregnant. I'd go over and put my hands on their belly and I would talk to the baby. It's like,
Aw.
ooh. And tell them about the things that their friends they were gonna meet and they could run around together in the field and play, eat green grass. Yeah, have their friends. So he's liking this part of the story. Okay, and this is before he's born. There you go. See, back in his little corner there. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Sorry.
It says
Move it
before
to
he's
him.
born. Okay, that's good. I see. Yeah. Oh,
That's fine.
interesting.
That door behind him. That's where we come in the barn, and he likes to stand there if
Cool.
he's loose in the ring.
Wow. Alright. There we go. I'm just showing him in the moments before he's born. Okay. All right. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Tail swishing there.
yeah. Okay. Got it. Okay, I'm just making pictures as I'm going through. We're still not quite at the. Okay. So, do you want to do the pictures of him being born? Just a nice field, a warm day, not night. Lovely, safe. Yeah, right there.
You got there, but
Oh,
yeah.
see, he's been playing his mom out on this birthing cycle. That's what the mayors do before they give birth. Is this that? Because over on the other side, when he was by the door, he asked me about he was feeling bad because he made his mother hurt. But that's part of being born, is that he felt bad
Yeah.
that he caused her pain. Oh, it's okay. It's part of being born. And I kind of
She
told
was
him,
so happy when
yeah, it's part of that, and the pain goes away because they're happy and they see you. Okay, you're
you
just
that was no
being
big deal.
sensitive. You were
I
sensitive,
see you.
huh?
Yeah.
I know. Okay.
Grab that from you again.
All right. You're so funny. You're looking for anything to distract from this, huh?
Yeah. He just doesn't seem to know what to do with it. And
Okay, we're gonna keep playing picture. And this is, he's almost displaying like when the mayors, before they give birth, they're real fidgety like this. They're back and forth. They're doing these things. They're scratching their sides. Or it's almost like we're going to have your rebirth here in a minute. But he's playing the role of his mom. Okay.
that's interesting. There's stuff he's had reactions about not seeing his mom anymore.
Yeah.
We've talked to replay that to where it was a his choice thing.
Yeah. And maybe part of it is he thought she left because he was painful. No, it's not that. And you can bring
No.
your mom back in. Her energy is still there. She can come back in and nurture you. She's there.
You weren't damaged or anything. That's not why she did that.
Yeah. Okay. Just going to show him when he comes into the world and the feeling from his mom that he is so loved, so protected, so important. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. This is good. There you go. So all I'm doing is just making pictures of him as a foal, first standing up, nursing. Here, good job. Yeah. Everything's okay. You have all of yourself, your essence of who you are. And this time around, there's no expectations coming in before you show up. It's just you get to be you. You just get to be you. Yeah.
He's self-soothing, he's masturbating.
Oh, great. Well, that's okay. And that's an
Yeah,
interesting part of this story. There you go.
the tool.
You can do it. Okay. We'll see what he does here. We may continue on another session. We'll see how much he can do this time. What do you think? Not to, like, just extending this one, not you paying yet for another one. It's just, we're gonna see what we got.
Oh, thank you. Yes,
Yeah,
let him guide it.
because this may take a couple, we may do, 3 shorter ones or, whatever here with this, because I want to kind of address this, but not overdo it. There we go. Okay. There you go.
Looking for those pieces.
Yeah. And he can reunite with his mom's energy if he wants to. I'm gonna bring her. She's always part of you. You're part of her. There we go. It's not lost.
She's still out there.
There we go. Good boy.
Oh.
Was he a stallion for a while?
No,
So
he was one.
He was one. Okay, so they did it fairly quickly.
But hence the wondering about perhaps like a crypto situation.
Right. There we go. So
Good job.
there were a lot of factors playing into, like, and this is, there we go. I want to say this delicately and not to have this share anywhere with this particular part of the video. But there's times when that sexual part on the part of another horse, like the mayor's displaying a lot of that behavior in his presence. It wasn't all just him initiating it. There was a lot in that over-sexualized behavior, whether it be human, and I've noticed it in horses, that has to do with a loss of power on the part of the woman sometimes, displaying that kind of behavior. So, and then there can be certain males that prompt that behavior to show up. So, I don't know how to put this like in a delicate way. So I will just tell you a story about another horse. It was in Texas where I went to work with this guy and his horses. He had about 7, and we weren't going to work with this one man. I think I told you, and she mounted the other horses. Or she mounted the
Yes.
Yeah. That was all about her loss of power at a point in her life. So part of the Stiora thing and some other stuff that happened was revolving around a loss of power. And it expressed in a sexual way. Okay. So
that behavior, Stiora,
yeah,
her loss of power, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it could have been hers. It could have been you know, from somewhere, from the person. Just putting it out there as you're going around, that every time you see a overly sexualized behavior doesn't necessarily mean it's sex related. It can be power related.
Sure.
So, yeah, and it wasn't like I was going to bring that up at the gathering, especially with younger kids, it's like, it's just not appropriate to talk about this one in this particular setting. So, can some of his over sexualized aura, oh, he's looking at you, he's releasing now, be related to a loss of power? Yes, okay. He's identifying with this. So again, I'm telling a story of another horse, so it's not directly related to him, but at the same time, his reaction is,
Sure.
Yeah, that's part of this. Okay. The loss of power that he felt. Yeah. Okay. So this is big.
I feel sadness.
Yeah. That could bring up anger, couldn't it? And a lot of those over sexualized behaviors are about taking out anger. Okay. All right. We understand that. I understand that somebody could take your power, or you could. It could seem like they did, but they didn't do it. Yeah. Because they can't take that piece of you. Okay, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still there.
You can put that power back in, and when the power is there without it being taken, it's gentle power. It's confidence, soft confidence. I'm just showing it what it feels like to have your power back. Yeah, when you have your power. There we go.
He likes that.
This is a good one. So yeah. Here we go. That's what it feels like. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't want to get over
Power
again.
is soft. Power is.
It's got some kind of angry tail swishing again.
Okay, so
Okay.
he's gotta, you can let go of that when it's all this stuff around, somebody taking your power. Okay, you can go reclaim it. Reclaim it to where you were when you were born, when you had that power. There you go. There you go. So I'm gonna say, as this tail switching and the anger, these are just different layers of that being released here. Okay, good. Reclaiming your power, you got to let go of what isn't power. Okay. Those feelings around being powerless. Okay. Here we go. Good job, buddy.
There you go. Good job.
Oh, good job. Reclaim your power. All right. Let go of all memories of anything not power. Okay. Just won't take your power. Yeah.
Yeah.
People sometimes, I'm just going to tell them, are afraid of power. Whether it's a person or a horse, they're afraid of that power and they want to squash it.
Well, yeah. They're huge, powerful animals, especially him.
Yeah.
You gonna play?
Yes.
Yes.
Play with your ball? Okay.
This is a common kind of outlet for him too. It's very funny to me.
Huh.
He'll do it like when I'm mounted and he's in that really stuck spot.
Yeah.
He'll gravitate toward the ball and then he wants to just stand there at it and paw at it, but it almost frustrated,
Yeah.
kind of like, I thought you said we could play. And I'm like, we can. Let's go, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like, well, I'm gonna stand here and fiddle with this ball.
Good for you for
And
coming
that's
back. Good job.
good job.
That was
Good
good.
job.
It's on the side there. You're holding some. Okay. Good job letting that go. So it's interesting. He holds it in his face too. Like that's where he's many times is scratching that. Good job.
Yeah, his ears too. I don't know what that's
Okay.
about.
All right. Good job. So do you have other times available, like later in the week or next week?
Yeah, I here, try to look at my phone. I don't remember if I can make this small.
Oh,
Yes, I can.
because I'm feeling like there we go. Yeah. We're
Good
gonna let
job.
you kind of chew on this. Go find your power. That's gonna be your assignment, your homework. Okay? So go find your power pieces. Put those back in. All right. And power means soft and confident, gentle. There we go. Yeah,
I see that.
gentle. And because you know everybody hears you and they see that you're powerful, so you don't have anything to prove. Yeah, there we go. See how that feels? Yeah, that's how it feels. Good job. Yeah, that's a boy. Okay. Yeah, because I just look, we're right at an hour and I don't want to prolong this longer than that really on the
Yeah, understood.
just because of the intensity of it. Um, and we're gonna leave him. He's now in the processing of some of this. Yeah, you got it. Good boy. Good job
Good, bud.
finding your power. And I'm just showing him when you're powerful and you've regained all those pieces, how soft you are and gentle. Yeah. Because everybody hears you and they see your power. Yeah, that's
That'd be
right.
nice.
That's
That's
good. I know.
good.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah, Forrest, you're awesome. You're doing so good. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna give him some other assignments that he can let go of the old ways that things were done. You know, and that there you go. Good boy. Good job. Good job.
This is
There you go. All right. Oh, he's definitely an interesting case study, isn't he?
yes, I seem to have an affinity for the
You do.
complicated ones.
Yeah, but they come to the right place, so that's good. Okay. So,
Um,
oh, oh goodness. Okay. My schedule is pretty open, especially next week. So,
okay, let me look at next. You want to look at next week?
yeah, probably let's do next week. Um, hello.
Uh, Monday or Tuesday. Actually, they're both about the same. I could do any time between about like 10 and ah 3, 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. my time.
Okay.
Or I could do like early evening on either of those days.
Okay, let's see, on Monday, 10 a.m. That would be 9 my time on Monday, the 11th. Would that work? 10 o'clock your time? Wait, are you Eastern time?
I'm Eastern, yeah. So I think
Oh,
we're
okay. That would be 8. So, can we do 9 my time and 11? Wait, Yeah, 11 your time or
Yep.
not? Is that too late?
Nope,
Okay,
that's fine.
9 o'clock. Mountain time, Jess. Okay. If anything changes, just email me on that.
Okay.
But yeah, it's so funny that the Kentucky and Ohio groups, I'm always confused with where the break is on the time zone. It's like it
I
doesn't.
know it does. It's
Mm,
very strange. Me and Tara are on the same time zone, if
okay,
that helps.
yeah,
I mean, it's the same as all the Ohio people too, but
okay, that's
it's
cool.
weird.
I know.
What I do in this next week or so
Well,
to help him?
I would just be making pictures and telling him about how things would look without, like in the new way of doing things with him. That I
Like
would talk to him about.
started.
There will be pictures. I'll make the pictures so you know what you're going to do. And then there'll be boundaries, talk to him about the boundaries and very like the clarity of the boundary. Okay.
Mhm.
I would, let's see, if you have to lunge him for the exercises, excuse me if I sneeze here. Excuse me. Um, I'd see if I can stay upbeat in that. Like it's fun to, and your body's gonna feel good and, you know, and keeping out any projection of like, oh, this is the doldrums and hard, you know. Um, let's see, what else
Sure, that's a difficulty. I
yeah,
don't think I should need to lunch him here a little bit.
okay,
We're in kind of a waiting period, so
okay, good. Um,
we should.
Talk to him more about what it feels like to be powerful and in that powerful place as you're modeling it, it's like soft and it's gentle and it's um yeah.
Confident. I feel confident when you talk about that. It makes me think of the like Gentle Giants
Yeah,
uh, type horses.
right. Um I might do
That's you.
more let's see, what else do we want to do here? Just the pictures of um when he's younger with that, I guess he liked the serenity energy a lot. So maybe just a lot of, if
Yeah,
you do serenity and
it just turned it. Yeah, I liked that.
right, the serenity. Okay, so that's your job is to practice serenity energy so that he can feel that. Oh, that feel good. You like that one. There aren't very many horses that don't
Definitely
like
likes that.
that one, you know.
Sure.
Especially ones that have had the kind of life he has. There was anything but that feeling of serenity. Yeah, so
Which is so
getting his
sad,
nervous system aligned with that energy, so it becomes more familiar to him. Um, and you can then bring that up, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
there we go. And anytime you feel him doing that anger piece or going there, you can go back and kind of do the serenity. Okay.
Okay.
There you go. And I guess his message was
Yeah, I
don't
think.
time frame. It's like, I'll
Yeah.
knock that time off.
Yeah.
There we go.
We try not to do the time thing, buddy.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, that's like, okay, well, I got to go pick up Adeline or something,
Yeah,
but it has nothing to do with you.
that's right. Okay. And we will see what occurs here.
Okay.
It's definitely an interesting case. So,
Yes.
so
He's definitely.
okay.
He seems so conflicted sometimes. Like I get these real strong feelings like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to show you like writing. And then we'll get to where I'm writing a little bit, like just some walking and trotting, and he's just like that stuck. And I'm
Oh,
like, I don't know, bud.
No, it's amazing how many horses that have been through dressage training and that real intense training, and they are completely stuck. They cannot move.
Yes. I mean, he almost would seem drugged or something,
Yeah.
moving that slowly.
Uh-huh.
And, and I'm like, I don't really know what to do with that, bud. And sometimes if I just kind of let him do that for a while and meander around all drunk seeming and slow, he'll come out of it. And then he's like, okay, we can do a little more now. But I don't know if that's appropriate.
Um, and part of it is, I think, is the level of control that was put on them for every footfall. You know how
Yeah.
there's so many riders that ride every footfall and they control every single step that horse makes. When there's nobody on them telling them every step to take, they can't take a step.
Oh, he
It's
doesn't know what to do.
terrifying. I mean, it's crazy. So getting them, it's just, if you think of it, it's kind of a phase that I see a lot of these horses going through as they come out of that checked out, that they hit the stuck. Like, I don't have any neural patterns for moving forward on my own. I don't even know what that looks like.
Right.
So,
It's almost like he an easy boundary. So I'll give him, or an easy rule maybe is a better word. And so
yeah,
it'll kind of be like, yeah, rule. Sometimes the rule is just go forward. That's it. Not
yeah.
fast, just keep moving. And we don't have to worry about where every single foot goes.
Mm-hmm.
Just moving because it feels good and it's good for your body and
Yeah.
it's good to be.
And what you can
But
do is walk in your body, in that alignment spot in your body, with the idea of what it's like to move forward into that space. So you can go out and pick your targets and like, I'm just moving forward confidently into that next target. So kind of just
okay.
modeling for him what it feels like to move forward on your own without, anybody controlling every step. This whole thing of the lack of power, the control, it's like it's such a convoluted thing, like in the psyche and even as a person, I went through those stages too after coming off a very controlling marriage, somebody that was controlling everything I did.
Yes, I've been in a relationship like that in the past too. I mean, it's been, whatever, 25 years and it still affects me.
Right. And, I know that like when I came out of it, I didn't know how to take a step on my own. It was terrifying. So I understood that kind of stuck phase where you go, God, I don't even know what that looks like. Um, so just being gentle with them through that phase, I think, and thinking of it as it's just a phase. It's not permanent. Um, so I completely understand how, those people that are takers of power can make you feel like you can't move without them,
Yep,
but you can. And
totally can.
yeah, and that's just learning to walk a different way. And and I went through the whole anger phase of it too. Like I'm pissed now, that I let
Same.
somebody do that to me. So all of those things may come up for him, that those things where you see the anger come up. It's like understanding, yeah, that's part of it. It's like I'm mad that that happened to me, and I'm mad that I don't, uh, it, it's going on and it's stopping my forward, but it was just a phase. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's really interesting to think about for sure. I think thinking of it in that way will help me support him better,
Yeah,
having been through that some of that myself, like you were saying,
yeah,
because I had anger too. And
yeah.
there are still times where something happens and it takes me back to that place and I react in a way I didn't expect, but I know that's why.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. And buddy, it's okay to yell. I remember that yelling phase. I didn't have a ball, but I'd go outside and I'd just scream like, it just was,
Yes.
it had to come out. Yeah, it's okay. And so in this, like in my stories, when I tell horses, I'll tell them stories. Like you could tell a story about how, if you had that experience of having the power taken and, and telling him how you got through it.
Okay. Yeah.
It's really helpful for them to know a way through, because if they don't know the pieces or how does it look, and they don't have any model for that, they think they're stuck. So telling
Yeah.
the stories, but they're not stories about how he can overcome that, but how another horse did, or another person, or you, or somebody, make it not about them in the
Yeah. I thought of using the storytelling that you like, because from a human standpoint,
Mhm.
that connects. Oh, he's rubbing his butt.
Okay, so this is good. That's good.
Yeah.
See?
I'm gonna stay out there for a bit when we're done, and I'll just do stalls or something because
Yeah,
he's still working on some stuff.
he is. And I don't want to bring up even more complicated into this, but this is good that he's ending like, okay, got it back here. Okay, that's where you're stuck.
Where
Okay,
you're holding stuff, I think maybe, bud.
right. That's good job of working on yourself. Yeah.
I
I
really do think he wants to, you know. You're funny.
You are doing good. You're gonna make it through it's gonna be amazing. You're gonna feel so good. Yeah,
It'll be fun.
yeah. We're just your cheerleaders. That's all we are. We're your cheerleaders. There we go. Good boy.
Hind leg. Oops, wrong way.
Okay, good job. Good job. I'm so
Good, big guy.
proud of you. What a good job.
Oh, yes. You can work on that stuff.
Yeah.
Look how capable you are.
Whoa.
Good
We're so
job. I feel like
proud
he's
of
like, look,
you.
I did it.
I
Ah,
know, that
good
was
job.
so awesome. That was so awesome.
Very good, buddy.
Yeah. And this is such a process on these horses that it's, like if a human in therapy or something, we wouldn't expect they get over it in one session. Same with the horses. They've got to work through it in their time. And we wouldn't want it all gone at once. There you go. Got that shoulder too, huh?
Too much.
Yeah. Good job working on stuff. All right. Maybe he had to know that other, the part of the story when I'm saying, other people went through it and we understand those phases. It's like, oh, good, I'm not broken. I think he was thinking he's permanently broken. No, you're not. There we go. Good boy. Good job. You are working on yourself. Good boy. Bringing that
Like sitting on that wall.
back online. So if he's just sitting on it, I'm thinking like he's trying to activate the energy back there. Like I got to feel
Yeah.
my skin. So that would tell me it's coming back online energetically. Good job.
Oh, good job with your breathing
Wow.
too.
See,
Fine.
just when we thought we were going to end it, he's like, no, no, hold on, hold your horses. We're
Hold your horse.
working. We're still going to do this. Good job.
He has definitely felt like with the 4 questions, less disconnected back there. When I ask if he's connected, he's kind of like, yeah, I think I am.
And here he's finding the power source. Oh, good job. This is how the power gets turned back on. It's the power switch in the back of the horse. Turns
That's
the
a
power back
weird
on.
feeling. Yeah, you can do that.
Awesome. He's kind of frozen in my picture, I think. So I don't know. There he goes. Now he's not frozen. There we go. Oh, you got a lot of stuff to
They
work on back there. Good
let that go.
job.
He's all aligned back there.
Oh, good boy.
Very good. That feel different?
This is so cool. There. It was interesting. I was working with this guy he's a chiropractor, and we were doing the 4 questions, and it was interesting because it's like he couldn't not touch the horse. I'm like,
Oh,
okay, here's the rule when we're doing emotional stuff, you can't touch the horse. He had to touch the horse, which took away the horse's
yeah, buddy.
ability to fix. And it's really interesting when he works on the horse, it's like the horse goes, oh yeah, you're just gonna fix me. And it's almost like the horse shuts down and goes, okay, fix me.
Yeah,
And instead of like taking any participation in its own healing or whatever, it's just like, okay, that's what you do to me. Do that thing to me. Okay, good. I'm fixed for a moment. And it's like, it's so
I could
hard.
kind of, I see you, thank you. Kind of codependent, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're doing a good job,
I
bud.
think the hardest part of this is to watch them work on their stuff and have it, the anxiety or things come up and not to want to step in and make it better. There he goes back on
I
the.
know. And
There he
that's
goes.
been interesting in my body work too. Um, a big takeaway I had from our gathering was noticing is enough.
Yeah,
I wrote that down like in all caps, and I haven't worked a client's horse with that in mind, but I've worked him and my Arabian with that in mind, in the sense of like not doing my best not to allow my brain get real analytical as I work on the horse, because and that's hard.
oh
With
yeah,
body work, it is all about connections and, well, this thing could mean this and whatever.
right.
But when I just purely let my intuition guide me and like, I'll feel myself going, oh, I wonder if he had that response because of whatever. I just go, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
He had probably the most productive bodywork session that he's had so far,
wow,
when I was able to stay out of that analytical brain space.
right.
It was really interesting.
This will be interested when I do this study with the neural stuff that it's like, what space am I really? I don't
Yeah.
know. I think I know, but do I really know? So, and I think that's gonna be important. I wish I would have known, like, if I'd have been hooked up today when that horse was going down during Serenity, that would have been an interesting study. Like,
Right.
what was that one?
What were they doing?
What,
Yeah.
because I feel like I'm just not in a thinking space at all. But I'm completely present, so it's kind of an interesting, I don't know. So anyway,
Yeah. That'll be really,
that'll be fun. All right. Well, I guess I see you
yeah.
tomorrow night, don't I, on the Zoom call, the post Zoom.
I'm not going to be one tomorrow, and I'm sad about that. But I'm going to email Tara some thoughts to share on my
Oh,
behalf,
okay. Sounds good.
because I bet people like to know how Forrest has been. Everybody was so interested.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, well, let me stop the recording.